welcome to another episode of My Jig and I. Hello, Denise.
Hello, Anita. Hello, listeners. We're happy to be back after a short break.
And, having our podcast going. So, thank you guys for tuning in. And there's a lot of exciting things on the horizon. And
Yeah, we're just happy to be back.
yes, absolutely.
Yeah, right in the
Absolutely.
nick of time to get started on the Sussexes and all their exciting adventure.
Exactly. So, Denise, what are we talking about today?
Well, we're going to be covering a few things, not everything, but a few things. We're going to be talking about Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex. It's 5-year anniversary for the Invictus Games.
Mm-hmm.
5 years, imagine that.
Tell me about it.
Yes, he just celebrated they just had a big reception to celebrate the 5 years since he started and founded the Invictus.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to be talking about that. We're going to be talking about his $1 billion trade closing deal on the BGC stock market today, which is quite exciting. It was, I'm sure, all of Wall Street bells and the stock exchange in London, they were all ringing because the prince, the people's prince, closed the big deal. So that was exciting. And then we get to welcome our beautiful Duchess, Princess Meghan, back to work. She's back from maternity leave. She will be launching her capsule collection for Smart Works. And oh my goodness, I'm just watching the clock to see her tomorrow when she make this big launch.
Yes.
Yeah. And then, I don't know if we'll have time to mention the South African tour, but that's coming up. Baby Archie will be debuting his first royal engagement. At 4 months old, they're already putting him to work. He will be going on his first tour to represent the monarch.
Oh.
So, that's going to be exciting. We've already named him King Archie.
He's definitely a king.
Yeah, because at 4 months old, he's going to be making his first debut to the motherland. So, yeah, that's all exciting.
I know.
So, yeah, I think that should be enough for now, don't you?
Definitely. Oh,
Yeah.
with so much, such excitement. Yeah, so Denise, why don't you tell us more about the 5th anniversary of the Invictus game?
Well, as you know, Prince Harry did the first Invictus game back in 2014. The first one was actually launched in London at the Queen Elizabeth Park, where he brought it from conception to birth. And it all started because he wanted to do something for the servicemen and women that had lost their limbs serving the military. In fact, the story that he told was he was coming back with not only people in body bags, but soldiers that had lost their limbs. And so he came over to America and saw the Wounded Warrior Games, and that gave him the idea of starting Invictus. And so yesterday they celebrated 5 years of the Invictus Games, and that was, that is quite a milestone, because as he said, when it first started, they had no idea. He said, actually, to quote him, he said he prayed that people would even show up. And to see that it has grown from its infancy to now, I think 19 or 20 countries worldwide who's taken part in it, that is quite a milestone. And each year it gets a little bit bigger. But I think most important, it it's given families a new lease on life, because so many service men and women left a whole person and came back feeling as if they were not a full person anymore, because they'd lost limbs, some more than one, you know, and so many were on the verge of suicide.
Yes.
Because they felt they had nothing to live for. And because of Harry, Prince Harry is given not just them but their whole family a new lease on life, because this event, it's not just for the injured person, but the whole family takes part in it.
Definitely.
In the training, you know, they see it from the beginning to the end. And so this is actually a big deal. And the service men and women, they love Harry because they feel like because of him they have something to live for. Yeah. And these people, they trained for 2 years. Well, the last game was last year in Sydney, Australia, the 2018 game. The next one will be next year, 2020, will take place in Hague, Netherlands. And everyone is so excited. And each year, more countries are joining in. So I say maybe about 20 countries, but by the time next year come around, we could have much more than that taking place. And yeah, so last night was the big birthday party, because one of his babies turned 5 yesterday. Well, the first baby was sent to Bali.
Yes.
And now this one, and of course he mentioned is real life. Well, this is real, but it's flesh and blood baby. Baby Archie, yeah, he did refer. He said, since in 5 years, so much has happened. In 5 years, yeah, he said when he started, he was a single man. Now he's a happily married man with a son.
Oh wow!
So that is a big milestone for him, because yes, single soldier Harry is now a father, a husband, a soldier, and one more thing to add to his resume, $1 billion stockbroker.
I know. Harry is such a blessing to so many. And
he really
is. From Centre Valley, helping people, to the Invictus game, restoring people's mental health. And even though, yes, and at the same time, he's healing whole families, because when one person, as you said, is affected, the whole family is affected, you know, and to, yes, and to bring joy and, you know, some passion back into the lives of, you know, the military men and women is just really awesome. And that's why I said he's just a blessing. Yeah. So, Dennis, can I talk about Meghan's Duchess of Sussex debut of Smart Works workwear that's going to be shown tomorrow to the public?
Yes, well, certainly.
Yes.
Certainly.
So we all know, and we talked about it in the past, where Meghan partnered with Misha Nonu, somebody that she knew prior to moving to London, and Max and Spencer and Jigsaw. Sorry. Oh my goodness.
Jigsaw. As a jigsaw puzzle?
Yes. Oh, I'm so rusty. Jigsaw. And Lewis and what's the last name?
And wait a minute, you just stick it. I'm gonna say it's John Lewis.
Yes, John Lewis. Yes. Guys, we're a little rusty. We haven't. Well, Dennis, you've been more tuned in than I, because I've been like running everywhere. So, anyways, so the workwear is gonna be debuted tomorrow, and it's really exciting. Dennis, are you prepared to buy something?
I am prepared. Not only am I prepared, I have some dollars saved up. because tomorrow I will be making my online. I'm going to try to make my online purchase before the internet crashed.
I know.
And so, yeah, so for all of our listeners out there, on my Duke and I Twitter, I did post the different websites that you can go and make your purchase.
Yes.
So if you can, even if it's a small item, because for every item you purchase, one item will be donated to Smart Works for women that will be returning to the workforce.
Yes, and that's such a brilliant idea because at the end of the day, the more we buy, the more that the women of Smart Works, the women that go to Smart Works, and let me just remind people what that program is all about. It's basically a training program for women who has been out of work and want to get back into the workforce. What happens is that Smart Work train them with interview skills and provide clothing so that they can go on interviews and get their dream job, as Megan said in Vogue. And so when we buy tomorrow and so on, what happens is that one of every item that is sold goes back to SmartWorks, and these women are able to, as Megan said, there was a potpourri of stuff. A lot of people are donating, but there was a potpourri of stuff, and now these women are going to have these outfits that are put together already, which is really beautiful. And I'm definitely going to buy something. And because, we want to support women, as they said, if, women are pretty much, there's a lot of women out there in single family homes, and, that's pretty much carrying on their families. So when we support them, we're supporting their families and, giving them a better life. So we definitely want to go ahead and buy these outfits so that we can keep supporting them.
And some of them actually have, even if they're not single, they took time off to raise children.
Yes.
And so they're going back in the workforce now. And, they want to look smart and, be
confident,
be prepared for work, because when you're dressed well and you're wearing something that you're comfortable in, it really boosts your confidence level, right?
Yes.
And so this collection is designed for women in the workforce, and it can be any woman, I guess. Whether you're a lawyer, doctor, teacher, it's going to be easy, something that you can throw together really fast, and you look like $1 million. And what woman don't want to step out going to work looking like $1 million?
Tell me about it. Yes, definitely. It definitely helps with your confidence. It makes you feel like you can conquer anything.
Yes, you can conquer the world.
Yes. Yes. So
I know that when you step and Nita, when you stand in front of your class and you know that you're looking sharp, you not only that confidence you have even commands attention and respect. It's just something you can't help.
Definitely, I know.
Yeah.
You're definitely looked at from a different point of view, and you're pleasing on both sides. The person that is looking at you, and then you within yourself, the confidence that comes with being well put together. So I'm really excited, and we're encouraging people to go on the internet. Dennis, what are the ways that people can? I know you put out the postings where people can buy the outfits. Can you tell us? Yes, because it's in London, and Jigsaw is online. We know that, but how can?
Yes,
Martin
Spencer is also online, and so is John Lewis. They're all online. In fact, Martin Spencer, I think both Martin Spencer and John Lewis both had U.S. online
Oh,
stores.
okay. So that's great.
So that's why, that's how I was able to go out there and put it out for our listeners. They can shop. They can shop, and SmartWorks also have. In fact, they also have a place that you can shop too.
Oh,
But
okay.
this is their own. It's smartworks.org.uk. Yeah.
Oh, so you could buy directly through SmartWorks?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, they posted that, but I'm not sure if it's just for their sale.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but for what Duchess Meghan or Princess Meghan is doing, you can go directly to Marks and Spencer online and make your purchase there. So it's marksandspencer.com. I think it's johnlewis.com and jigsaw.com. And if you'll give me a second, I did post it before. I just want to take a quick look at the post that I made to make sure that I'm giving everyone the correct, because I thought if people went on our Twitter handle, they would be able to just click on the website and
you know what we should do? We'll put it up at the top of the account.
Oh, pin it.
Yes, we'll pin it up there with the links.
That's a great idea, because this way, they won't have to scroll down too far to find. Because I think it was Sunday evening that, as I was thinking about it, I did go out and research to make sure that. Oh yeah, here it is. Actually, how about if I pin it right now?
Yes.
So that people will. Okay, I just pinned it to our profile.
Okay, great.
Yeah, johnlewis.com, marksandspencer.com, and jigsawonline.com. So it's there. You can just go out and hit it, and you'll be in the stores. And for the U.S. viewers, even though it may charge you even though you may see pound, it will convert it to dollars.
And a pound is about
$1.50.
Oh, okay then. So so it's not too high.
It's not too high.
Yes.
And I know also when I did the post, there were some listeners in Africa that said that they did not have access to the stores. And so what I suggested is that maybe if you have a relative or a friend in the U.S. or the U.K. or Canada, and I'm thinking New Zealand too, even Australia, you will be able to perhaps ask them to make the purchase for you. And I know some stores are really good, online stores. If you make a purchase, you can actually put in the shipping address and they will ship it. You just have to pay for it in that country. And if I'm not mistaken, I think I saw somewhere that Amazon will even some of these stores even have links to Amazon.
Yes, their marketplace.
But also ship, and I should actually before tomorrow I'll go out and I'll check to see if Amazon will actually be shipping anything, and I could add that too. But you can definitely go directly on the websites, John Lewis, Marks and Spencer, and Jigsaw, and make your purchase directly from them.
Absolutely. I know between Harry and Meghan, they're just doing great things.
Oh,
for
they're
people.
Phenomenal. They're like God's gift to creation now.
I know. God bless them.
You know what's so exciting too about this, Anita? There's so much negative in the world right now that to have these two young people, this couple, being such a bright light and giving so many people hope. And it's like they're a bright light at the end of a dark tunnel. And so much good is coming because of this union between them. It's just really exciting.
And another thing, again, a lot of people are rallying behind them and coming on onto whatever projects that they're doing, and that's just really, really good. So what they're doing is sort of, it's like a domino effect right now. People are
Yes,
seeing
it's a
what
ripple
they're
effect.
doing. Yeah, a ripple effect. People are seeing what they're doing, and by virtue of what they're doing, they feel, they want to extend, whatever means that they
They
can,
have to help.
yes,
Yeah,
to help. So
yeah,
it's really
yeah.
good. So they're motivating people to, to do good in this world, and we need all the good that we can,
Yeah,
get at
yeah,
this point. Mm-hmm.
yeah. And I feel especially excited and hopeful
Mm-hmm.
because, as you know, I have a young adult. My
Mm-hmm.
child is a young adult,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel young adults, kids need to see the better angels
Mm-hmm.
in all of us right now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And when you can point to someone like them
Mm-hmm.
and say, these two are good role models,
Mm-hmm.
that's really a lot because so often kids will look up to athletes or a
Mm-hmm.
movie star or somebody like that, and
Mm-hmm.
then they wind up getting disappointed.
Mm-hmm.
But to see just, I know, we kind of think of them as just the ordinary couple because even though they have a platform, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Harry was born into the royal family,
Mm-hmm.
but he behaves like one of us.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He's not a snob. He doesn't put on the airs or anything.
Mm-hmm.
He's just, as the
Mm-hmm.
British would say, a bloke like one of
Mm-hmm.
us.
And the thing
And
about it is that, Denise, without cutting you off, they're doing things to better mankind. Sometimes
yeah,
our kids tend to be influenced by somebody because they play basketball or
yeah,
they have some type of talent. But here, these two are doing something that changes the lives of others, and that has to be celebrated and
yeah,
admired. Definitely.
yeah. Especially, like you said, um, mankind. It's in all walks of life.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter who you are. You could be even a homeless person
Mm-hmm.
because I don't know if I mentioned this to you.
Mm-hmm.
Remember last year when um, Harry and Meghan went to um, was it Sussex they went to, and they visited the the shelter for women that were on the streets.
Oh yes. Uh-huh.
Yeah, and
Work.
Meghan
Mm-hmm.
wrote the message
Mm-hmm.
on the bananas.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Well, don't you know that the U.S. school Dole Pineapple
Mm-hmm.
that provide food cup for kids,
Mm-hmm.
what they did this school year was write messages on all the fruit cups.
Mm. Isn't that
I
something?
posted it today.
Yes, that's
Yeah,
beautiful. Mm-hmm.
and the teachers were so elated. They said, oftentimes when a kid starts school,
Mm-hmm.
they're nervous.
Mm-hmm. Oh yes, I see it. Yes, I see it. Right now I'm experiencing that.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they're very nervous. And when
Mm-hmm.
they go to lunch and they get a fruit cup and
Mm-hmm.
there's a kind message.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, they interviewed some of the kids. I did
Mm-hmm.
post it on my Duke and I.
Mm-hmm.
And the kids were so excited
Mm-hmm.
to see a message, a kind message of encouragement.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. So that sometimes people will make fun of the little things,
Mm-hmm.
but I have to say, between Meghan and Harry, they're truly God's gift
Mm-hmm.
to everyone
Yes.
because the little things they do can be
Mm-hmm.
replicated in so many different ways.
Mm-hmm. So, Dennis, that leads us to Harry raising $50,000 today
Yeah.
for, yes, for 9/11 victims, and
Yes.
some also will go to families of the Invictus game.
Yeah.
So, Dennis, why don't you tell us a little bit more about that?
Well, Prince Harry went to the stock exchange in London today,
Mm-hmm.
and there's a financial company
Mm-hmm.
called BGC,
Mm-hmm.
which stands for
Bernard.
Ber- Bernard
Mm-hmm.
Gerald Cantor.
Mm-hmm.
It's a brokerage service
Mm-hmm.
for the international fixed income market,
Mm-hmm.
and they're in partnership with Cantor Fitzgerald.
Mm-hmm.
And so on 9/11,
Mm-hmm.
this company lost, I
Mm-hmm.
believe, 658
Mm-hmm.
employees
Mm-hmm.
from the tragedy in New York
Mm-hmm.
in 2001.
Mm-hmm.
And the two partners of this brokerage company
Mm-hmm.
made a pledge
Mm-hmm.
to their employees
Mm-hmm.
that they would give 25% of their earnings
Mm-hmm.
or their profits each year to the families of the deceased employees.
Mm-hmm.
And so since that, they've been doing this charity on the 9/11 anniversary.
Mm-hmm.
And so this year, I think Prince Harry went there one time before, and he did raise a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
But this time, I think he raised even more,
Mm-hmm.
because today he went out and he was able to close
Mm-hmm.
£1 billion, which
Mm-hmm.
is 1.5 billion with a B dollars
Mm-hmm. I
today.
love, without interrupting, I love how everything that Meghan and Harry does, it's always end up with some billion.
Yeah, with a billion. Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, it's just incredible.
Yes.
And
Uh-huh.
for people wondering, this company is on NASDAQ.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
a,
not
a
just
huge company.
it's not
Yeah, huge
it's not
brokerage
a
firm.
London-based company.
Mm-hmm.
It's a New York-based company
Yes.
on
Mm-hmm.
NASDAQ.
Mm-hmm.
And so I can just imagine how Wall Street was today.
I know. Everybody's probably saying, "How can we get Harry over
Yeah,
to our
yeah,
company and sort of duplicate what he did today?"
yeah. Be a trader on the stock
Mm-hmm.
market, go
Mm-hmm.
and get him, give
Mm-hmm.
him the most difficult deal,
Mm-hmm.
and watch him close it
Yes. Mm-hmm.
with a big smile on his
I
face too.
know. I think I saw at some point he had at least three phones in his hand,
Yeah,
so he's a
3 phones.
serious
Yeah,
dealer.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And he
Mm-hmm.
was just reeling off, and oh my goodness,
I
it
know.
was just exciting. And
Mm-hmm.
for anyone who's not familiar with trading, if anybody's ever been to an auction,
Mm-hmm.
that's similar to trading, because
Mm-hmm.
you have people bidding, and people keep countering the bid
Mm-hmm.
until they get to a point where nobody else can bid higher.
Mm-hmm.
And so the highest bid
Mm-hmm.
today was $1 billion with a B.
B.
I guess not too many people have $1 billion
Mm-hmm.
plus to go over that bid.
I know.
So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so that's how he was able to close that deal. So yes, our Duke of Sussex, the golden, between he and Duchess Meghan,
Mm-hmm.
or Princess Meghan,
Yeah,
they have the Midas touch.
absolutely they do. I said
They,
everything they touch turns into gold.
yeah, yeah, seriously, really successful.
Yes.
And I wanted to invoke one more thing, because I know time is ticking and
Mm-hmm.
you've got to go. But
Mm-hmm.
the editor of Vogue,
Mm-hmm.
Edward,
And in full. Mm-hmm.
yeah, and Enninful.
Mm-hmm.
Do
And
you
in
know
full.
he got the prestigious
Mm-hmm.
magazine award?
Oh, tell. Do tell. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Well, each year
Mm-hmm.
there's an award called the National Magazine Awards.
Mm-hmm.
It's also known as the Ellie Awards. It honors print and digital publication that consistently demonstrates superior execution of editorial objectives. It's got to be innovative, noteworthy, and enterprise and imaginative. And so as you know, the editor invited
Mm-hmm.
Duchess Meghan to be guest editor
Mm-hmm.
of the September Vogue.
Mm-hmm.
And this year he was nominated in New York and he was awarded this prestigious award that it's called the National Magazine Award.
Mm-hmm.
It's sponsored by the American Society of Magazine Editors
Mm-hmm.
and Columbia University School of Journalism.
Oh wow! And you know, Columbia is an Ivy League school there.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Definitely. Mm-hmm.
And so he he was given the award this year.
Mm-hmm. That's nice. Yes. And also, Megan made an appearance to see her friend Serena at the US Open. Wasn't that
Yes,
beautiful?
that was so beautiful.
I
Serena
know.
said, she said it was just so wonderful
Mm-hmm.
to have that kind of support.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I mean, imagine someone valuing your friendship so much
Mm-hmm.
that little Archie's only 4 months old,
Yes. Mm-hmm.
but number one, she felt confident
Mm-hmm.
enough in her husband
Mm-hmm.
to take care of him
Mm-hmm.
so that she could run across the pond
Mm-hmm.
for a day, well, as Serena said, for a few hours,
Yes.
to give her the support she needed,
Mm-hmm.
and then go back home again.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Because, as most of us that have followed Serena knows that when it comes on to like a big title, she really gets nervous.
Mm-hmm.
And even though she knows she can do it,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes she gets so anxious or something that, yes, she knows her husband is there, her mom is there,
Mm-hmm.
but there's something about having a special friend
Yes.
there. And
Mm-hmm.
especially if you don't make it, you
Mm-hmm.
need that person to kind of pick you up and say, you know what, it's not the end of the world.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Just move forward.
Definitely. And she did mention that, you know, when she came back and she rallied from, I think it was 5-1, and she rallied back to 5-5, you know,
Mm.
she said that it was because of the, you know, the support from the audience, you know,
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
you know, that gave her that momentum to sort of
yeah,
push through.
yeah,
So I know
yeah,
she was really, you know, appreciative, and it, you know, Megan is a true friend,
yeah.
and you know, to
And so
have
we,
that type of
yeah,
support is
to
huge.
do that, yeah. And that's one of the things, well, all of Megan's friends,
Hmm.
they've all said that,
Hmm.
when you need her the most,
Hmm.
that's
She's
when she's
there.
always there for you.
Yes. Hmm. And you
She's
know,
always there.
and I followed her for a long time, and you know, that is so consistent with what
Yeah,
I've heard, what I've seen from people, and they've always said that about her, how sweet she is, how genuine she is,
yeah,
and how supportive she is, you know. So this
yeah,
is not new. This is just who she is, and
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's who she is as a person. I mean,
yeah.
if you go back, I
Hmm.
remember going back and reading a young lady that Princess Meghan went to school with.
Hmm.
I think it was high school.
Hmm.
This young lady found a letter that she had written her
Hmm.
back in high school.
Hmm.
And she said that, the young lady said she had started school and she was a little chubby and a little nervous, a
Hmm.
nervous wreck, and she,
Hmm.
no, didn't have any friends or whatever.
Hmm.
The next thing you know,
Hmm.
Megan wrote her a sweet letter and
Yeah.
told her that she would be her friend
Hmm. Oh, how
and
touching.
told her all the reasons why she should, keep her chin up and keep
Hmm.
trying. And
Hmm.
she, to this day, she said she went in her attic and she found the letter.
Hmm. Yes,
And,
that.
yeah, and she, I don't know if you heard about it, but yeah, she
Yes,
read the,
uh-huh. Yes,
yeah, and she said that letter did so much for her,
mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
so, yeah, so Megan has been that way when she would, well, if you go back to 11 years old, 11-year-old Megan,
Uh-huh.
when the boys were in the class mocking her and saying, "Oh yeah, girls need to stay home and wash dishes."
Mm-hmm.
She said she was so offended. She got her pen and she started writing
Mm-hmm.
letters.
Yes, uh-huh.
And look, um, wrote letter, and one of the person that she wrote to the letter, wrote a letter to, is now one of her biggest admirers.
I know. Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
That Hillary. Yeah.
Clinton.
Yes, and she was, she said how, proud she is of how Meghan is representing the United States over in London. So that speaks volume,
It speaks volume, and she said she was inspired by her. Imagine that.
I know.
Meghan was 11 when she was First Lady, and you see how everything has come back full circle.
Yes, as I said earlier, Prince Harry and Princess Meghan, they're definitely, everybody is looking at them and, are in awe of them, and they want to be on their side. They want to be able to help them so that they can help other people in the world. So it's just, I don't know. All I know, Denise, I and you are on the right side of history.
Exactly.
Yes.
I am too. And and I think they're just phenomenal. And every day I say a prayer for them, because I thank God that He's allowed them to be in all of our lives at this time in the world, because we all need that ray of hope and sunshine.
Definitely.
And them, along with their little baby King Archie, we've declared him King of the people.
Yes.
And and for our listeners out there, we have decided that we will address Princess Meghan by princess. Yes, we know she
is
the Queen
princess.
gave her a title. Yeah, we know the Queen gave her and her husband a title when they got married, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. But that dukedom, yes, it's okay to say it, but Sussex is in the UK, and we've declared that they are international prince and princess, because they represent all people all over the world.
Yes.
And it was Sunday, as I was strolling through, I saw that Japan referred to Meghan as Princess Meghan. Yeah.
Yes.
All the in Afghanistan, Princess Meghan. And I said, then why aren't we calling her Princess Meghan? That is her title.
Definitely.
She is the people's princess.
Absolutely.
And so I'm asking the listeners that today we declare a proclamation that from this day forward,
she's Princess
not Meghan
Meghan.
Markle, not Duchess of Sussex, but Princess Meghan. I don't know about you, but I took my husband's surname when I got married.
Yes.
Yeah, and
Princess
so
Her Royal Highness.
Yes. While they're not using a surname, they're using Sussex.
Yes.
Instead in lieu of a regular surname. If they were to use a surname, it would be Mountbatten Windsor.
Yes.
But they're the Sussexes or Princess Meghan and Prince Harry.
Yes, absolutely. So, Denise, next time I feel like we definitely have to unpack the South African tour, and our next episode would be on that. Hopefully, we'll be able to get somebody. If not, then we'll just pretty much go through in details what the tour entails.
The itinerary of what the South African tour will be, and what people should expect, and hopefully we can talk a little bit about South Africa and maybe a couple of the other countries that they will visit. Well, Prince Harry will visit Malawi and I believe Botswana and Angola. No, or they're visiting Malawi together, but then Angola and Botswana. He will visit Angola, where his mother, his late mother, Princess Diana, the mind feels that she went to there. Prince Harry is going to continue that charity with his wife by his side, but he's going to travel there. With the baby, they can't uproot too many places.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to do a few solo things on his own. And while he's doing that, Princess Meghan will be in South Africa, meeting with women and doing some things with them.
Yes.
And at some point, I believe King Archie will make an appearance.
Oh.
We're not quite sure when yet, but it will be at the King's discretion when he wants to meet.
King's discretion.
When he decide he will be ready for visitors.
I know. Oh gosh.
Oh,
yes. Definitely.
So,
So we'll do a podcast exclusively on that tour before it happens. It starts on the 23rd, right? They're leaving on the 23rd, or the tour starts on the 23rd?
The 23rd. Oh, and yes, and there's one thing that I almost forgot to mention.
Oh, yeah?
What? We should... Prince Harry will be celebrating a birthday on Saturday.
Oh, yes. Yeah. How can we forget that?
Yes. So, we need to come up with a way. I don't know if we should do another call-in to get some greetings for Prince Harry.
Yes.
I feel like that's probably in order. And so I'll have to get that number activated so people can call in.
Yes.
And send out some greetings for Prince Harry.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, I'll do that
Actually, Denise, I'm just thinking what we could do is have a maybe we should do the podcast on the trip tomorrow, and then we'll be able to include the information, so that, because Saturday is around the corner, so that people can get the number and call in and wish Prince Harry a happy birthday. Yes. So tomorrow we'll do that.
Well, I'm not sure. Well, this podcast will be going out tomorrow.
Yes, this one is going out, but then we'll do another one so that we have the information.
Okay.
So people, guys, stay tuned. Stay tuned for the information.
Because, our prince he's a great father, a great husband. Oh, a husband that adores his wife.
Yes.
And it's just awesome to see such an amazing couple in this time and age. So yes, we definitely want to show our people's prince some love too. And so yes, we'll have that number. We'll get it posted again so that people can call in and wish Prince Harry a happy birthday.
Yes, and look out for it on YouTube, maybe. Yes, on YouTube and on our Twitter account as well. Yes.
That we can, because I think it's important that we do honor him.
Definitely. Okay, so Denise, on that note,
we will say adieu. So long, farewell to our wonderful friends. Don't forget, get your dollars and your pounds and, all your cash together to go online tomorrow. And just shop until you drop.
And remember, it's for a good cause, so don't feel bad.
Because for every item you buy, one or two pieces, I think, will be donated to Smart Works, and women will be able to get a couple of outfits to get them back to work again.
Yes.
Well, Anita, thank you so much. And listeners, thank you so much for tuning in. And we're over on our big long break, so we're going to be back on the road again.
Yes. Okay then.
Okay. On that note, adieu until we meet again.